Okay. Welcome to the restaurant The Station. Would you care to hear the history of the station? That is how I would greet customers 10 years ago when I worked at the Tamaqua State train station. Requirements of working at the Tamaqua train station were wearing a long hoop skirt and telling the history of the Tamaqua train station and the Molly Maguires, specifically John Kehoe's death. Learning the history of the Tamaqua train station and how it obtained its ghost shows how many small towns acquire their legends. Having it named Haunted was not in the best interest of the owners at the time, stating that the miners who died were stored there, and the ghost investigation and the psychics made it difficult to sell. The ghosts of the Tamaqua train station appeared after 6 members of the Molly Maguire organization were hung after committing violent crimes, mostly murder. Leader and miner Blackjack Kehoe rallied members of the organization and coordinated crimes. His body was stored in the baggage room at the train station. The other 5 men were placed in the basement and were packed with ice in wooden boxes. They stayed there for one night until their burial the following day. The bodies being kept in the train station for one night is what fueled supernatural suspicions. The station was suspected of haunting. Owners had it tested. It was said to have cold spots throughout the building, lamps and candles lighting without anyone in the room, and orbs of lights seen floating throughout dark rooms. A psychic and ghost hunters completed the investigation. When the psychic began questioning entities, a voice is said to have responded, "Can you help me?" The ghost hunters discovered there were many, many supernatural entities within the station. Eventually, the owners I worked for chose to sell the restaurant. It became very difficult to sell. Religious views made it conflict with the community, and if you felt you believed in ghosts, it was unsafe, and if the spirits could be angered. Eventually, it did sell, and the ghosts are no longer mentioned at the simply named Tamaqua train station now when you go there. Now that you know the history of the station's spirits, you can draw your own conclusions. The 6 men never left. Investigators say the entities are real. The owners did not make the best decision having it dubbed haunted. It made it very hard to sell, and it cut out a market of religious customers and potential buyers of the business. I was obligated to share this information. I don't personally believe in it. Do you believe in the spirits of Blackjack Kehoe and his supporters are still at the station? Regardless, the Molly Maguire history will still live on forever. Okay. Let me know when. Can you see him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me know when I get back to the conclusion.